Hey guys, welcome back to the House of Wrinkles, bringing you the how-to for English Bulldogs and other canine tips and tricks. So a lot of our viewers are super anxious to find out about Mercedes, and we're going to tell you all about Mercedes and her journey right now. Okay, y'all, this is little Mercedes. One of our viewers called her Sadie, and I absolutely love that, so I've kind of been calling her Sadie Bug a little bit. So just to kind of give you guys a little idea about what Mercedes has been going through and what she's been putting us through. When Mercedes was born, she was 7 ounces, and she was significantly smaller than her litter mates. And we noticed right away, actually in the car ride home, that she had some head congestion, which is something that we've experienced with some of our puppies in the past. And it is hard to get it cleared up. In even normal puppies, it's hard to get it cleared up. But with her, it's been especially hard. She's just now starting to show signs that her head congestion is not quite as bad as it has been. So with head congestion, milk aggravates it. It actually thickens it up. And so obviously with milk being their only source of nutrients, it's kind of like they fight against each other. So that was the first struggle, okay, her head congestion. Not only that, but her size. And so we noticed that she wasn't growing like she should. So she wasn't getting what she needed from her mama. So basically we decided that her suction power just wasn't good enough. So we started bottle feeding probably around, I don't know, I guess about a week after she was born. So then on a Friday night, October 1st, Eric had been at work all day and I had been here with the puppies, and he got in from work, and I kind of realized that all day Mercedes had not really woken up to eat her bottle the way that she should. I was having to wake her up myself, and she just didn't seem like she had ate as much that day, and I was a little concerned. But now, at that point, she was not lethargic or anything. I just was kind of worried. So I told Eric, I said, look, take her to the ER, because it's Friday night. It was around, I don't know, 5:30 or 6, something like, I don't know. Anyway, I just didn't want us to get into the weekend and it be late at night. So anyway, I said, go ahead and take her down to the ER and just see if there's anything wrong with her. So he took her down, and they looked at her. They listened to her lungs. They listened to her heart. They said, she sounds great. You know, she's little, but we think she's fine. He even asked the lady at the clerk, at the checkout before he left. He said, do you think she's going to make it? And she's like, oh yeah, I think she'll make it. So he brings her home. And at this point, between the fact that she wasn't eating good for me before he left with her, then he took her down there, brought her back, hours had passed. She was pretty much borderline lethargic in my mind once he brought her home. And I said, no, I'm not gonna have her pass away on me during the middle of the night while you're asleep. He had to work the next day. So I said, this is not okay with me. They cannot send home a puppy that's lifeless. This is just not okay. So I got my clothes on and I loaded her up and I took her right back down there. And by the time I got there, it was shift change, so it was a different doctor. I explained to that doctor, I said, we just left here, or my husband just left here with her, and basically got a clean bill of health, but I have a puppy that's not eating, and given her size, she can't skip meals, So he decided that pretty quickly that it'd be best if she stayed overnight. So I left her overnight. The next morning, I get a call from the original doctor, female doctor, who was there when Eric took her, who specifically said, she's fine. She sounds great. Her lungs, her heart, everything's good. Take her home. Okay, that doctor calls me the next morning, Saturday morning, basically says, you have a puppy with some type of congenital disability. And basically, she's not going to make it. She's not going to live. You know, you can take her home and let her die at home, or there's 3 ways we can have them put to sleep. Now, before I go on, I'm going to say we had problems with her from day one because of her head congestion, or for whatever reason, I don't know. She would spit up her milk a lot, but we had pretty much gotten it down to a science about 2 or 3 days before we took her, how much she could eat without getting sick, and she had to be burped constantly in between her feedings. And so anyway, it was just, it was an ordeal, but we had worked with her so much that we had figured out this formula for her, okay? So basically what had happened was they were not feeding her the amount that we had told them she could handle. I don't know what they were doing really. But she called me Saturday morning and she said, your puppy is constantly regurgitating. She has reflux. Her milk is coming up out of her nose. She's having these shaking her head fits, you know, and which we had observed, I guess, some of that, but not quite to the extreme that she had described it. She also told me that she had presented with something that they felt like was seizures. So basically, we brought home the first time a healthy puppy. Oh, she's going to make it. She sounds great. To the same doctor telling us, this puppy is not okay. She's got a disability. She's got a congenital disability, some kind of abnormality. She's having seizures. She can't keep her milk down. She's not going to live. So I just was beside myself. Eric was at work. It was a Saturday, and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't leave the house to go get her because I had 6 other puppies here, and I was here by myself. I couldn't leave them by themselves to go get her, and Eric was at work. I didn't know what to do. So anyway, I called him, and he called me back, and I was bawling my eyes out. And I said, Eric, she's not going to live. And they're trying to have me put her to sleep. And so anyway, I know this is a long, drawn-out story, but Eric decides we're gonna tell him to tube feed her, okay? If she can't keep her milk down, tube feed her. Get her strong, and then we'll come and get her the next day. So I called the doctor back, and I said, look, I know that the diagnosis you gave me is that she's not going to live. And I completely understand that. But we want to give her a chance. So we don't want any more tests done, because they had already told us the test that they could do on a puppy this size would not be accurate. You can't get images on a puppy this size without them squirming around or anything that were going to be of any kind of help, okay? So I said, no more tests, just simply feed her. Give her seizure medication. If you think she's having seizures, give her seizure medicine. So they started her on seizure medicine. They supposedly were feeding her. They never tube fed her like we asked them to. They were supposedly bottle feeding her. So Sunday morning, Eric goes and gets her. They send us home with paperwork, basically had us sign something saying that we understand it's not their fault if she dies, because they felt like she was not going to live. So that was 2.5 weeks ago. And Eric and I have busted our butts to help this little girl out. So she has just won our hearts over, obviously. But anyway, we give God the glory because both Eric and I have prayed so hard for her, and we still don't know, what's going to happen with Mercedes. We don't know if she's going to live. She weighs 38 ounces now, a whopping 38 ounces. I can hold her basically in the palm of my hands. Obviously, if you saw the previous video of her litter mates, they are 4 times her size. Just about 4 times her size. Some of them are anyway. But anyway, we did lose a puppy last litter, and it was very, very hard on Eric and I. Very, very hard. And we did have her put to sleep, and I will explain. That puppy was presenting, when we took her to the ER, she was not breathing. She was struggling to breathe. And the vet there explained to us that without their assistance and without oxygen, she would quit breathing. We did not want to bring home a puppy that was gasping for air, because obviously you can't live without air. That's a no-brainer. But for Mercedes, she was strong from day one. She's always had a strong cry. She's always just ran around the whelping box just as quick and fast. She learned how to walk on all fours just as quick as the others. She's always just been really strong, but she just wouldn't grow. And probably because she was spitting up a lot of her milk, that might be part of it. But I think obviously part of it is there is obviously something different about her. I'm not going to say there's something wrong with her, because I don't want to think there is. But there's something different about her. She doesn't look exactly like, she don't look exactly like a bulldog, but she's starting to look a little bit more like a bulldog. But I think she's gorgeous. So anyway, we love her no matter what she looks like. We don't know what we're going to do. I know a lot of people have asked us on our Facebook page and stuff what our plans are for little Mercedes, and I have absolutely no idea. Eric and I are not even discussing really anything, because we don't know. We've got 4 more weeks to go, and chances are, we're not going to be able to charge anything for little Mercedes. We don't know what we're going to do. So we just know that if she makes it to 8 weeks and we think the Lord is really going to help her to live and have a good, happy life, we're going to have to just discuss what we're going to do. Because we have 5 bulldogs, y'all, and our bulldogs are they're our kids. These are like our little grandkids. And I feel like that I would love to keep her. Obviously, I love her, but I would love to keep her. But, with having 5, I feel like she deserves to be with somebody who is going to give her all the one-on-one attention that she deserves. And she might not get that here, because we have to share our love and spread it out through 5 bulldogs. Which they're used to it, but this girl, she is used to one-on-one. She is already spoiled. When I put her down, she cries. So we do put her down. We do. We have to. But where we're at now, let me just say where we are now. She's still eating every 2 hours, and everybody else is eating every 4 hours, and she is wearing us out every 2 hours, 24 hours a day, all through the night. It is exhausting. So we just today started her on a little puppy gruel, and been experimenting with that a little bit. The formula, the recipe that we use with everybody else, has not seemed to really settle with her stomach for whatever reason. I don't know, but we've kind of ventured out and tried a little something different. We don't know. So far, so good. she's only ate it once, but we're going to keep with that as long as we show that she can do it. But anyway, hopefully on that she'll do good and she'll start to grow. She's starting to play and growl. You would never believe it, out of this little bitty body. She's already starting to just bark and come into her little personality, and which makes her even more adorable, obviously. But we've got some videos of her playing with her brothers and sisters. We have to keep her separate for the majority of the time because they could hurt her. They hurt each other, and they could hurt her on accident because they play rough, and we don't want anything to happen to her. So we monitor her time with her brothers and sisters. That sneezing thing's another little thing that we're going through. It's probably part of the head congestion, but anyway, she is hitting milestones, and we're very, 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 very proud of her. So if everybody would just keep her in your prayers, and we'll keep you guys updated. And we just appreciate so much all the comments and everybody that's been concerned about her and everybody that's been praying. We really, really, really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for watching. girl? Are you just chilling? Huh? You just chilling? Mercedes? What you telling me, huh? Talk to me. Hey, talk to me. Hey, sweet girl. Hey, sweet girl. Oh, what you got to say? Huh? What you got to say?